Shabbat Shalom. We are so grateful to be here to celebrate Shabbat with the Dura family. As somebody special will be leading services today. Sammy's worked very hard, and we also thank God that the weather held out and that we weren't eclipsed by a hurricane, and hope that everybody who has been is now okay. So before we begin our service, I just want to ask you all to please turn off your cell phones, and please don't take any pictures or videos during the service. We have a video being made. You see there's 2 cameras, and we have a camera operator, and they're going to get all the beautiful shots. We just want you to be focused on the worship today. If everybody could get themselves near a blue prayer book, okay? And I'm going to orient us to the prayer book. Also, Sammy has requested a special closing song called Zeh Bazeh, and there's copies of it in the front when you came in. So make sure everybody has a copy of the song. We're not there yet, of course, but we're going to need it in a bit. So to begin our service, we're going to invite Phyllis and Clissold to come up and present Sammy with her talit.
So she can see the blessing? Yeah. Correct. Okay. Sam?
Asher. Amen. All right.
So proud of you.
So proud. All right. Have a seat. You were here for your son's bar mitzvahs, and now here we are for your granddaughter.
I know.
Another granddaughter.
Oh my goodness.
It's beautiful. So we're going to begin in our prayer books. So the prayer books are written in Hebrew, and they're going to go from right to left, like you're driving in Great Britain, okay? So it goes in a different order, and we begin on page 290 with the prayer Matovu. So this is how our prayer book works. And we haven't changed a thing since Rebecca's bat mitzvah. So the prayer in the Hebrew is on the right, and the transliteration is on the left, and the translation is underneath. And we want you to participate as often as possible in the singing. And so usually it's the chorus, the first 3 lines of each prayer. So I'm going to teach you the prayer that we're going to begin with, Matovu, on page 290. So first, let's practice the Hebrew. I'll say it, you'll say it. Matovu,
Matovu,
Ohalecha,
Ohalecha,
Yaakov,
Yaakov,
Mishkenotecha,
Mishkenotecha,
Yisrael.
Israel.
Okay, and then if you look underneath, you can read what it says, how fair your tents, O Jacob's, your dwelling, O Israel. And this is a quote from the Torah, the Hebrew Bible, and there's a part of the Torah where there was a prophet or a wizard, let me say a wizard, who was hired. You used to hire people to curse people, and now we just do it ourselves. But in the Torah, you used to hire people, and they hired this professional wizard to curse the Israelites, the enemies of Israel. And it's an interesting story because as he's walking up the mountain with his donkey, the donkey is more perceptive than the human. And there's an angel impeding the way, or some kind of being. So the donkey realizes, we probably shouldn't be doing this. But the human is so blind. The human keeps going, and the donkey keeps stopping him, and the donkey won't walk. And he gets so mad at the donkey, he beats the donkey. He almost really harms the donkey. And finally, and it's in the Torah, the donkey turns around and says to him, "Don't you see there's an angel here?" And when the donkey talks to him, he realizes something very extraordinary is happening. And when he gets to the top of the mountain, he sees all these beautiful white tents, like an encampment down below. And instead of cursing the Israelites, he blesses them. And these are the words from his blessing that we just said. Now here's how the melody goes. Ma tovu. Everyone try that? Ma tovu. Ohalecha Yaakov. Everyone? Ohalecha Yaakov. And then it goes again. Ma tovu. Ohalecha Yaakov. Ohalecha Yaakov. New word. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Try Mishkenotecha. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. That's the whole chorus. Please sing along while Evan accompanies us. And every time I'll tell you we're in the chorus, and I hope you'll join in. Here we go. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Everyone again. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vahani berov chazdecha avoritecha eshtachaveh el kodecha be'yiratecha. Back to the top. Matovu. Matovu. Ohalecha Yaakov. Ohalecha Yaakov. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu. Ohalecha Yaakov. Ohalecha Yaakov. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Now in the middle. Adonai ahavti me'on me'itecha u'mikol mishkan kevodecha v'ani eshtachaveh ve'echra lifnei Adonai osi. All together. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. V'ani tefilati lecha Adonai yitratzon Elohim berach chazdecha adeni bemet yishecha. Matovu. Matovu. Ohalecha Yaakov. Ohalecha Yaakov. Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu. Ohalecha Yaakov. Ohalecha Yaakov. Mishkenotecha Yisrael.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe. With divine wisdom, you have made our bodies, combining veins, arteries, and vital organs into a finely balanced network. Wondrous maker and sustainer of life, were one of them to fail. How little we are aware. We would lack the strength to sustain life before you, Blessed are you, Adonai, source of our health and strength.
Together, Baruch Atah Adonai, Rofei Kol Basar, Umafli La'asot. We continue on page 292. In the top right-hand corner is a prayer, and I'll say the Hebrew, and you repeat it back to me. So it goes like this: Elohai, Nishama, Shenatata Bi, Tehorahi. So maybe you remember the word neshama. It means soul in Hebrew. And this prayer means, the soul you have given me, God, is pure. Which reminds us that when we all started out, we started out with a very clean and pure soul. And we always want to get back to that soul. Now, Sammy, you already continued having a pure soul. But we always want to strive to have that clean slate. So here's how it goes. Elohai, Elohai. Everyone try that. Elohai, Elohai. Then a scale going down. Neshama. 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 Shenatatabi. Everyone. Shenatatabi. Tehorahi. Tehora. Tehorahi. Let's take the whole thing from the top. Elohai, Elohai, Nishama, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi.
The soul that you have given me, O God, is pure. You created and formed it, breathed it into me. So as long as I have breath, therefore I will give thanks to you, my God and the God of all ages, source of all being, loving guide of every human spirit.
Together, Baruch Atah Adonai, Asher Biado, Nefesh Kol Chai, Veruach Kol Basar Ish.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sechvi vina l'chavhin ben yom uven
And we
laila.
sing Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, rokeach haaretz al hamayim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechein mitzadei gaver.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hanotein la'ef koach.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir shena me'enai, utnuma me'alpha pi.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'telem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat horim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael bigvura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, otir Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asuk b'divrei Torah.
Amen.
These are the things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study mornings and evenings, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Turn to page 301. Baruch Shemar Bechaya Ha'olam, Baruch Hu, Baruch Oseh V'Reshi, Baruch Omer Ve'oseh, Baruch Gozer U'Mekayim, Baruch Merchem Al Ha'aretz, Baruch Merchem Al Habriyo, Baruch Mishalem Sachar Tov Lireyav, Baruch Chai La'av B'Kayim La'Netzah, Baruch Hodeh U'Matil, Baruch Shemo. Go to page 312.
Please rise. Yitkadash, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabba, V'yamad Yivrak Yotei, V'yamich Malchutei, V'chayachoni v'chayei Chobed Yisrael, V'hagalav Yisman Karim, V'yimeru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'olam U'nemi Almaya, Yitvarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramah v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, Shemei l'kodeshah, Rechu le'ena mikol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'mira v'yadema, V'yimaru, Amen.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaMevorah,
Baruch Adonai, HaMevorah le'olam va'ed. We continue together with the Yotzer. Baruch
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Yotzer or Uvarei Oseh Shalom Uvarei et Hakol Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim elecha berachamim uvtuvod mechadesh bechol yom tamid maaseh v'reshi Marabu Masecha Adonai Kulam B'Choma Asita Melach Haaretz Hinecha Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu Al Shelach Ma'aseh Yadecha Al Borei Or She'asita Yifarucha Selet Or Hadash Al Tion Ta'ir Nizkeh Kohanu Lo'oro Baruch Atah Adonai Yotzer HaMorot. The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bring light to the eyes, more welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeem the sun from darkness.
together. Baruch Atah Adonai Yotzer HaMorot.
Turn to page 317.
We read responsively.
O God, inspiration and guide of all, you have spoken in thousands of tongues for us to hear, in every land and every age. Your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways, and yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity.
Together, we give thanks to the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully, we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel, and joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life, we would turn to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth.
Baruch Atah Adonai Habocher Be'amo Yisrael Be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Mahuto Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha v'veitecha uvlechtecha v'adere u'shulcha uvkumecha uvshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu totafot bein einecha uvtachtam al mezuzot bein eitecha uvisharecha l'man tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem Kedoshim le'Elohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti echem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'yot lechem le'Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
We continue on page 321 as we read together in English. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, for soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. And we join together on page 322 with our song of freedom. Mi hamocha va'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefer, shira chadasha shibehu geulim, leshimcha sifatayah, Yahagulam, Odu, Vehimlihu ve'ameru, Adonai Yimloch, Le'olam Va'ed, Zu Yisrael, Kuma, Mizrah, Rock of Israel, rise in support of Israel, and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer, Adonai Tsevaot, is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We rise on page 323, and we go through a series of prayers. Get your prayer book, Sammy. Help me lead. Starting on 323 with the Avot V'Imahot, prayers that help us remember the ancestors that came before us, and the Givurot on 325, and the Kedusha on 326, and we begin together on 323. Adonai Sefer Taitim Ufi Hagid
וקוני הכל, וזוהר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע מגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי כל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים וחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים דופק עולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדם מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל.
We're in the middle of page 326. This is our prayer of holiness, specifically holiness. And so important is that concept in this prayer that we say the word holy 3 times. Kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. And then some people like to rise up 3 times on those words, uplifting the word of holy. We continue with the Kedusha.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, הכתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלך כל הארץ, כבודו. ענינו אדוננו מהדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, רחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד לך, ולנצח נצח נצחך נקדיש, ושמך אלוהינו מפנו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We're on page 328, and we read the bottom of it on the page together in the English. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from work and was refreshed. And now, celebrating Shabbat on the top of 329, we sing our song Yismachu. Sammy's going to help me out with the clapping. Please feel free to clap along and sing.
Yai Brahmamai Shabbat Shabbat, Yai Brahmamai Shabbat Shabbat, Yai Brahmamai Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat Shabbat, Yisnefu Yisnefu V'malachutnecha, Yisnefu Yisnefu V'malachutnecha, Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Oneg Oneg Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Oneg Oneg Shabbat. Amikare Sheshivei Shabbat Shabbat. Shabbat. Yai Brahmamai, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yai Brahmamai, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yai Brahmamai, Shabbat, Shabbat. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat. We're going to continue on page 332, and we invite up Melissa and Tom to lead us in a series of readings. If you're now feeling bold in your Hebrew, after each paragraph we're going to say the Hebrew words Modim Anachnu Lach, which means we are grateful.
For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations.
Modim Anachnu Lach.
For this fragile planet Earth, its times and its tides, its sunsets and its seasons.
Modim Anachnu Lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim Anachnu Lach.
For the human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim Anachnu Lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim Anachnu Lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
Modim Anachnu Lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim Anachnu Lach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears but our hopes, and not by our words but by our deeds.
Baruch Ata Adonai, Hatov Shimcha, Ulecha Na'eh V'Hodod. Let's give your mom and dad a kiss. We continue on page 334 with our Song of Peace. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim V'Rachamim Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ha'amecha, B'Cheinu Yotzveinu Kulanu Kevlan, Ve'or Panecha, Ivor Panecha Natata Lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Back to the top, everyone. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim V'Rachamim Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ha'amecha, Torat Chaim, Ve'achavat Chesed, Ve'achavat Chesed, U'tzedakah Uvracha Ve'Rachamim, Ve'Chaim Ve'Shalom. Sim Shalom. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim V'Rachamim Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ha'amecha, V'tov, V'tov, Ve'yinecha, V'varech V'cha Yisrael, V'chol lit, V'chol shara, V'shlomecha. Sim Shalom. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim V'Rachamim Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ha'amecha. This time in our service, we pray silently, thinking about the prayers of our heart, our yearnings, our hopes, people that we're concerned about, things that we need to do, and we sit now and have our own time for these prayers. Page 337. Oh, say shalom b'mamav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, 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 yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. This time in our service, we pivot to the time where we read from our scripture, the Torah, and to help us in taking the Torah out of the ark and saying some words of kindness and pride, we invite your parents to come up, along with Tom, and Addison, who are going to come up. Please rise. Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai ve'ein kema'asecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshatecha b'chodor v'hador Adonai melech Adonai malach. You turn around. Adonai yimloch le'olam vaed Adonai oz le'moyitin Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom El harachamim heitiv v'virtzonecha et Zion Dinei Chomot Yerushalayim Kivecha levad batachnu Melech Eram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Hold it close to your mouth.
Wow, we are so proud and honored to stand here with you today, Sammy, as you become a bat mitzvah. Before we speak about how incredible you are, we'd like to thank everyone for coming to celebrate and support Sammy today. We are so lucky to have such a supportive and loving family and appreciate you all. Thank you, Cantor Gabby, for the encouragement, enthusiasm, and endless hours of work that is evident today as Sammy is so well prepared. Sammy, from the second you were born, I knew our relationship would be special. Dad and I were in love with you the second we saw you. Unlike your brother and sister, your entrance in the world was very calm. No drama, no scares, just a curly, blonde girl with light skin and blue eyes. That also took a second to get used to since, as you know, your mama's so dark-haired, dark-eyed. You were the perfect baby, and today you remain the perfect little lady. My first memory of you was when they placed you in my arms, and there you stayed for close to an hour. You were so cuddly and quiet, the nurse even forgot about you. They told us how lucky we were to have such a content baby. I enjoyed every second of those first days, and then life became adventurous when we returned home to an excited, very energetic Rebecca. You remain that sweet, confident, self-driven, loving girl today. There is nothing better than a Sammy hug to turn a hard day around.
Whams, my beautiful
Close to
baby
his
girl.
mouth.
We are so proud of the teenager you are becoming. There are so many things that stand out about you, but I'll try to keep it to a few less embarrassing moments.
Oh, come on.
The number one thing that has always stood out to me was your drive and passion. From the moment you could walk, you were on a mission that you could beat your older sister, Rebecca. And everything, from who can run around the house the fastest, to who did the best flips off the diving board. There are so many things that I could gush over about you, but one of the things I want everyone to know is just how great your personality is. Even though you are shy and still make me order you food to the waiters when we eat out, you have this aura that people want to be around you. I've never seen so many groups that wanted you to be part of, from dance, sports, Girl Scouts, art, and your school groups. You fit in all of them amazingly. You're polite, kind, and sassy. I don't want you to ever change. Just so you know, you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl. You're also a wonderful sister to Rebecca and Tom Tom. You have a way about you that is so responsible, loving, and nurturing. Even though you are the middle child, you are extremely responsible, a bit lazy, but nonetheless responsible. Although I know you all love each other, it's no surprise that you're Tom Tom and Rebecca's favorite sibling. Mom and I love watching how you take such great care of your brother and how Rebecca and you are best friends.
Finally, your passion and love for Hebrew school was something very special. Although not as eager to attend as your sister, you got up every Sunday morning with a smile on your face and tried your best. You made some beautiful friendships here at MRT that will last a lifetime. You studied, you sang, and you just never gave up. You doubted your abilities, but picked yourself up with a little encouragement. You mastered every prayer and Torah reading. You are a superhero in our eyes. This determination, motivation will take you to far places in life, and we are elated to be on this journey with you always. I know we tell you all the time how much we love you and how proud we are of you. Today we say it again. We are just super excited to experience all your happy times and guide you through life's hurdles. Always remember your limitations, it's only your imagination. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. And great things never come from your comfort zone. Finally, always be you because you are amazing.
So wait, where are you going? I want you to stay.
Okay.
You're going to follow her around.
Oh, yes, that's
Okay.
right. Okay.
So we're going to place this Torah in your arms. This has 5,000 years of history and tradition in it, and it is now yours. Your parents entrust it for you to pass down from generation to generation, that hopefully someday you will stand. Maybe on this bima you have we have 3 generations here of your family, and that you will make sure that your children have the same possibility of the heritage that you did. So I place this in your arms, and together we say the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, wait, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. It's good you're ready. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malachuto, Leolam Va'ed, Lecha Adonai, Hagedura, Hagevura, Atiferet, V'hanitzach v'hahod. Ki Shamayim u'va'aretz, Ki ol v'shamayim u'va'aretz, Lecha Adonai, Amalacha, Ani nasi, Lechol rosh. Al shlosha devarim, Al shlosha devarim, Al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omeid. Al shlosha devarim, Al shlosha devarim, Al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omeid. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. V'ha'irnenu b'toratecha v'dabek l'vehinu b'mitzvotecha v'yachid levahavenu le'ahava u'yirah et shemecha v'lo nivosh le'olam va'ed v'lo nivosh le'olam va'ed v'ha'irnenu b'toratecha v'dabek l'vehinu b'mitzvotecha v'yachid levahavenu le'ahava u'yirah et shemecha. now Sammy is going to read from the Torah, and it's a very, very important part of our tradition, and special because it wasn't that long ago that girls were not given the opportunity to read from the Torah. So it is so special that your family has given you this opportunity to read from the Torah. And Sammy is reading this morning from Genesis 21, Parshat Vayera, and she's going to teach us more about this later on in her speech, which is absolutely wonderful. But for the first Aliyah, we're going to call Phyllis, Khosrow, Jeff, Kate, and Brandon. And I have to say, Melissa, being a wonderful teacher, has made sure everyone has their materials, and they are ready. All right, come in. You can use this copy. And your other, okay? All right. Okay. Let me give you guys. Okay. All right, everyone pick a copy. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Bless Adonai, the blessed one, blessed is Adonai, the blessed one, now and forever. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who has chosen us from among the peoples and given us the Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives the Torah.
Okay. You guys stay right here.
Vayehi achar hadvarim ha'eleh veha Elohim nisa et Avraham vayomer Vayomer elav Avraham vayomer hineni vayomer kachna et bincha et yehidecha asher ahavta et Yitzchak velech lecha al eretz hamaria v'ha'alehu sham le'olah al ahad hecharim asher omar elecha.
Okay, beautiful. Blessing after. Baruch. Oh, sorry, you're doing it in English. Sorry.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who has given us the Torah of truth, implanting within us eternal life. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives the Torah.
All right, give your family a hug. Okay.
You're doing great. I'm so proud.
Okay, get your hands full. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. And now for the second Aliyah. All right, someone likes it up here. We're going to call your parents up, Melissa and Tom, and your sister Rebecca. Okay. Let your mom come over. Okay.
Who et Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak L'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher barach banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Okay.
Vayashkem Avraham baboker vayachavosh et hamaro vayikah et shnei ne'erav ito ve'et Yitzchak b'no vayavakah atze olah vayakom vayeleh al hamakom asher amar lo ha'Elohim bayom hashlishi vayisa Avraham et einav vayar et hamakom merachok. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan banu Torah emet v'hayei olam natan v'Eloheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. All right. You guys just stay here. Okay. Rebecca, you can go down. Good job. You guys got that close? Hang on. I get to call you with your Hebrew name. So now we call Sammy to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. Before this time, technically, you're not an adult in Judaism. But now that you're an adult in Judaism, you're called to the Torah, and you're going to chant the prayer. So this is a watershed in your life where you are no longer a child, and now you're an adult. Tamod, Tamod, Tamod habat mitzvah, Shmuel habat Miriam v'tam, habat mitzvah, chazaka.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Barach L'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Avraham al na'arav shavu lechem po im hachamor ve'ani ve'hana'ar ne'acha ad ko v'nishtecheve v'nashuva alechem vayika Avraham e'atze ha'olah vayasem al Yitzchak B'no vayika biado et ha'esh ve't hama'achelet ve'elchu shnehem yachdav vayomer Yitzchak al Avraham aviv vayomer avi vayomer hineni v'ni vayomer hine ha'esh ve'ha'etzim V'hayeh haseh le'olah.
Your tummy again.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Beautiful job. I do this all the time, and it's interesting, but you've heated up the yod. From, you have warm hands. They say, so that, usually, people are in your position, they have cold hands, but you have warm hands, and you generate a lot of love and energy, which I can always feel. Please rise. Vezot HaTorah asher samajeh lifnei bnei Yisrael api Adonai v'yad Moshe. I invite Tom and your little cousins to come back. Vezot HaTorah asher samajeh. You're going to help me. Bnei Yisrael api Adonai v'yad Moshe. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 hold this, lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 And we're going to return the Torah to the ark. If you could please remain standing. Eitz Chaim. Eitz Chaim hi המחזיקה וטוב לכך מאושר לרב החיפה דרכנו וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבינו אדוני אליך ונשובה עדי שמנו כקדם עדי שמנו כקדם. Please be seated. Tom, aren't you impressed how heavy that thing is? I know, I haul that around. Thank you very much. It's a heavy burden. And so now, in addition to preparing the Torah portion, Sammy has prepared the Haftarah. The Haftarah are additional readings that evolved to be connected to the Torah portion. And Sammy's Haftarah is from the book of Kings, chapter 4, starting with sentence number 4. But first she's going to read to explain to us a little bit about the connection, and then she'll go on with the reading.
In this week's Torah portion, Sarah receives a divine promise that she will have a son. She does not believe it, for both she and her husband are elderly. Yet God holds true to the promise. Sarah does have a child. Similarly, in the Haftarah, a barren woman with an elderly husband is promised by the prophet Elisha that she will have a son. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim veratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nvi'ei ha'emet b'tzedek. Vayisha achat min shei b'nei hanevi'im sa'aka el Elisha lemor avdecha ishi mate va'ata yadeta ki ya avdecha hi haya yarei et Adonai v'hanoshe ba lakachat et shnei yiladai lo la'avadim vayomer eleha Elisha ma e'eseh lach hagidi li ma yesh lach babayit vatomer ein lishif chatach kol babayit ki im asech shamen vayomer lechi sha'ali lach kelim main hachutz may 8 kol shechenai kelim rekim al tamiti uvt visagart hadelet ba'adeh uvad banayim vyasakt al Kol HaKelim Ha'ele V'Hamale Tasi'i Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Tzor kol haolamim Tzadik b'chol hadorot Ha'el ha'ne'eman Ha'omer ve'oseh Hamdaber u'mekayem Shechol devorav Emet v'tzedek Al haTorah V'al havodah V'al hanevi'im V'al yom haShabbat hazeh Shenata tat lanu Adonai Eloheinu Likdushav limnucha Lechavod ultif aret Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu Anachnu modim lach Umevarchim otah Yibarach shimcha B'fi kol chai tamid Le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. And now Sammy's going to teach us about what she learned from this portion. And we can't wait to listen. Sammy worked really hard on this, so we're looking forward to learning from you.
My Torah portion, Vieira, tells us the story of when Abraham was 99 years old and he was circumcised and needed to rest. God made it a really sunny and hot day. God did this so no one will go to Abraham's house and disturb his recovery time. That made Abraham upset because he liked seeing people, and he waited by one of the entrances of his tent to see visitors. He wanted someone to come so that he can fulfill the mitzvah of having guests in his home. God sent 3 angels disguised as men to Abraham. Abraham quickly made a delicious meal because he was so happy he finally had guests. One of the angels had announced that in 1 year, Abraham's wife Sarah would become pregnant. Sarah just laughed and didn't believe the angel because she was 89 years old. The other 2 angels were on a mission from God. They had to destroy the city of Sodom because it was full of bad and evil people who did terrible things like stealing or killing. Abraham prayed for God to save the city, but unfortunately the city was full of evil. The angels decided to save Abraham's nephew Lot. Lot had moved to Sodom with his family. As they were getting led out of the city, the angel told them not to look back. Unfortunately, Lot's wife looked back and suddenly turned into a pillar of salt. After that, the city of Sodom disappeared forever. Abraham moved to Gerar with Sarah and was taken by King Avimelech. God showed himself to the king in a dream and warned him to free Sarah. Thankfully, he follows the guidance of his dream and Sarah becomes free. God made good on the promise that he made to Abraham and Sarah. Sarah had become pregnant. Remember, this was a miracle because she was 89 years old but looked 20. She had a healthy baby and followed God's wish and named her baby Yitzchak Isaac. When Isaac turned 8 days old, they threw a big party and everyone saw the great miracle God has done. Abraham loved God more than anything. God would send him different tests to test his love and loyalty. Abraham was commanded by God to sacrifice his son Isaac, but trusted in God that his guidance was a test to show his loyalty. Thankfully, it was just a test for Abraham, and he was advised to sacrifice the ram. In this passage, Abraham wanted to save the city of Sodom because he was full of good and kindness. I learned to try to trust in God with hope that things will work out the way it's meant to be. There are a lot of good people in this world who want to help others. Unfortunately, there are some people with bad intentions. But in this portion, it tells me to focus on the strengths of the world. With enough good people in this world, a lot of amazing and positive and happy things can unfold and make the world a better place. Good and bad are seen in our everyday lives. In today's world, there are many people who would abandon their animals or treat them poorly. As heartbreaking as that is, there are always good people who are willing to help these animals by adopting them, fostering them, and saving their lives. These people want to give the animals a better life and give the animals affection and the care they need. This leads directly into my mitzvah project that is very important to me. For my mitzvah project, I work together with my friend Ashley Foreman to raise awareness and money for animal shelters. In order to raise money, Ashley and I set up a stand at the neighborhood block party with handmade bracelets, brownies, and chocolate chip cookies. All of the money that we raised went directly to the Monmouth County SPCA to help the animals in their shelters. When we delivered the donations, the staff gave us a certificate and thanked us for raising awareness regarding the need for community help to care for these animals. Our donations will be used for medical needs, food, and care that will hopefully lead to finding a loving home for these animals. Ashley and I were so happy and thankful that we were given the chance to help these adorable animals. I want to say thank you to all my friends and family who had supported me through my years at MRT. I'm so happy I met so many wonderful people throughout my years at Monmouth Reform Temple. I want to thank my parents for always helping and believing in me. If it wasn't for them, I would have never had the courage to speak in front of all of you. I also wanted to thank my sister Rebecca, who always made me excited to go to Hebrew school. Last but not least, I wanted to thank the Cantor for the patience she had with me and all the help and encouragement she gave me through the year practicing Hebrew. She helped me learn all of my prayers, even though I struggled sometimes. She always made sure I knew the prayers and motivated me to keep on trying. Thank you to everyone here today in making this day extra special and a day I will always remember.
Okay, Sammy, how do you feel now? Okay. Really happy, right?
Yeah.
Really happy. Did you think you could do it? Good, because we knew you could. I'd like to ask the congregation to please rise as I have the opportunity to bless Sammy in front of the open ark.
Yeah.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom, shalom. Amen, amen. Please be seated. This is a great day of joy for us, Sammy. I mean, you and many of your classmates who are here were students who, at a very significant point in your Jewish education, we had what was it called? Oh yeah, COVID. And we had to move to virtual teaching, which is a very, very unnatural way to learn. And as a result of that, I was worried about your class learning enough Hebrew. So I actually, even though religious school ended in May, for your class, I asked your parents if you could keep on meeting with me once a week online, which your parents agreed. And most of your classmates every week on Wednesday met with me all the way through the end of June so we could make sure we absolutely got through the Hebrew book as we needed to. And then the following year, when I had the chance to teach you in person, which was a miracle, and we were so grateful, then everybody was ready to learn what they needed to learn. And then you have been an extraordinary student. You've worked so hard, and I commend you because getting up in front of people is not your favorite thing. But I never, as I've told you this many times before, never want you to lose an opportunity out of anxiety, okay? And I want you to always push through your fear. And I'd love for you to remember that this day was a day where you led the service, you taught us from the Torah, you read from the Torah, you read Haftarah, and it was maybe out of your comfort zone, but I hope you will look back and remember that you would never have not wanted this chance. So Every time in life when you're presented with an opportunity, if it makes you a little anxious, remember this day, remember what you did, and remember how great you feel now that you've done it. And now your whole amazing family is here to celebrate you as well. So I've really been proud of you for doing that. And I have to say that your sister Rebecca was an incredible trooper as well, because she was a person who was also in the middle of COVID, and we had to keep rescheduling her bat mitzvah, and she too had to study virtually. So for all of the kids who are here today, where you're at, I'm so proud of you. And not only am I proud of you, but one of your teachers, Rabbi Bergson, came today to watch you lead the service and become bat mitzvah. And I know she too echoes the same thrilled feeling to watch you and your classmates accomplish. I've chosen a song called Count Me In, and it's about me realizing and wanting to celebrate the person you are, the person you're becoming, and how I feel we can count on you. I have been wondering what this day would bring me. I have been wondering what more I can do. Now here I am facing the Torah, my people, my family and friends, facing myself too. I have been walking beside many others. We started this journey a long time ago, a lifetime of living and learning together. With each new beginning, each of us will grow. Count me in, I can stand up and be a part. Count me in, let me find my own way. For I can be counted on, so I'm accountable. Count me in today. We're getting older, each day is a challenge. The more we are tested, the stronger we'll be. And we find the strength in the love that surrounds us, strength for ourselves and our community. Count me in, I can stand up and be a part. Count me in, let me find my own way. For I can be counted on, so I'm accountable. Count me in today. I've been studying, I've been practicing. You might think that I finished the job, but the truth is it's just the beginning, and I want to see what the world that I live in can be. Life's always changing, we're starting all over. A new day is breaking for me and my friends. Make a commitment, a covenant sacred. Choose to go forward, our pathway never ends. Count me in, I can stand up and be a part. Count me in, let me find my own way. For I can be counted on, so I'm accountable. Count me in today. I really do count on you, Sam. We're going to continue with our Aleinu prayer on page 586. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tegedu l'yotzer b'reishit, v'shunat hashamayim v'yotzer haaretz, u'mashav yikarov hashamayim v'yibas. Shchinatu zo b'govhei meromim, u'Eloheinu ein od, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamnakim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, and life and death. This week in our congregation, in the period of Shloshim, which is 30 days since their passing, we are remembering Albert Tomlinson Chandler, and these are the people who are observing yahrzeit. These are the people for whom we are observing yahrzeit. Rose Burns, Philip Falcone Sr., Max Finkelstein, Albert Garin, William Goldenstein, Julian Gottlieb, Joseph Grossman, Carrie Hamburger, Richard Hamburger, Arthur Harmon, Helen R. Jacob, Sandy Liebsman, Rose Wellner-Lifshitz, Dennis Malley, Alan Pratt, Norman Semler, Max Singer, David Spellman, Paula Weisenfeld, Lucy Weisengrund. Are there any other names that you would like to say at this time before we say the Kaddish?
Henry Carney.
Are there any others? To all their names we say, Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for blessing. And we rise on page 598 and together say the Kaddish. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabah, ve'alma divrach yirtei ve'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam ulmei al-maya, yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitchomam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran v'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom v'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom v'romav, hu ya'aseh Please be seated. So now I invite Rebecca, Tom, Luella, and Ann each to take a basket of candy, okay? All right? And it's a miracle there's any left. And they're gonna hand it out to everyone. Let me just give him instructions. So everyone quietly hand it out, all right? When you get your candy, you're not eating it, so don't worry about taking a piece you like. In a little while, you're going to toss it at Sammy. So, okay? So somebody take this side of the room. Tom, take this side of the room, okay? Turn around, okay? And make sure everybody has a piece of candy. Okay? All right, here we go. All right, while that is happening, all right, you picked really good candy, I have to say. You made it hard for people. We're going to invite up Priya Fox and Scott Schneider.
There's everything else. I'll find you guys.
Okay? And now they have some special gifts to present to Sammy. And when you're done with the candy, you can put it down, and we're not ready yet. Cousin Uncle Brandon, right? All right, here we go.
Sammy, congratulations. You did a fabulous job today. My family has known your family for several years, and you guys are one of the reasons that we actually joined here, because my daughter knew your sister, and my son knows you, and we were happy that you guys would have a buddy in the Hebrew school classes. but I'm here to represent the Sisterhood of Monmouth Reformed Temple. We're a group of women who are proud of you and want to support you. We would love to see you continue your Jewish education through to confirmation, and also we would love to see you involved in the Jewish community here and in the world at large. We have a gift for you of Kiddush cup and candlesticks, so you can celebrate the Jewish holidays and Shabbat at home with your family, and hopefully one day with a family of your own. Again, Mazel Tov from Sisterhood and the entire congregation.
Thank you, Priya.
Thank you.
Scott?
Hello, Sammy. You did a wonderful job this morning. I'm sure you're very proud of yourself, and your family and friends are very proud as well. And on behalf of the Men's Club of NRT, I present you this book. And when I say to many bar mitzvahs, I expect to have a full report within a month. And it could be the first book of your ongoing library of Jewish heritage and Jewish information. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Beautiful presentation. Have a seat. Okay, I'm going to let you get back to your seat before the barrage begins. Okay, Sammy, you're going to put that down. Okay. Now, so you're going to stand in the middle. You can hold that up. When I get over here, I'm going to give you a countdown, and you're going to toss your gift of sweetness at Sammy. And remember, this is not an audition for any professional sports teams. And also remember that you want to get it at Sammy. You don't want to hit the heads of the people in front of you. Okay? All right, give me a second. Here we go. Okay? Mazel tov. Okay. All right. Now I invite all the kids to come up and get the candy. Okay?
No, give me the peanut M&Ms. Really hurt.
Okay. All right. So everybody, when you no more throwing, and also please don't eat it till the service is over. All right, and don't hold it in your hand. It's chocolate, you know. So all right, everyone's got their candy. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you could leave that there. You know, there's always a spike in the religious, in teaching and education around Halloween because the kids get, a lot of candy. And I have to say, I hope that the Middletown School District doesn't complain about the generosity of the Dura family this week for the spike in sugar levels that's going to occur from all this candy. So Sammy has chosen a song that I hope you got a picture of, a printout of. It's called Zeh Ba Zeh. All right? So Sammy and I are going to do it together over here. Okay? You want to be next to somebody if you can be. Okay? So, and here's the movement. So put it in someone's lap. Put the song in someone's lap. And then everyone take your hands like this. Okay? All right? And you're going to go like this. And you're going to tap the hand of the person next to you. Then you're going to switch. And you're going to tap again. Then you're going to go up like a fish. And then come down like in a yoga prayer. Okay? So I'll do a practice with you. I'll say it with you. Zeh ba zeh ba zeh, zeh ba zeh ba zeh, zeh ba zeh ba zeh b'yachad. All right, now we're going to put music to that. Zeh ba zeh ba zeh, zeh ba zeh ba zeh, zeh ba zeh ba zeh b'yachad. Whoa, zeh ba zeh ba zeh, zeh ba zeh ba zeh, zeh ba zeh ba zeh b'yachad. May good fortune and blessing be found here. May the music of memory resound here. never tire or rest. Make us stronger, make us blessed. Zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, yachad. Whoa, zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, yachad. Kol, kol, Yisrael,
Yisrael,
Arabim,
Arabim,
Zemazeh,
Zemazeh,
Kol,
Kol,
Yisrael,
Yisrael,
Arabim,
Arabim,
Zemazeh,
Zemazeh,
Zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, yachad. Last time. Zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, zeba, zeba, zeb, yachad. Whoa, zeba, zeba, zeb. Okay. Beautiful song. All right, and now we're just gonna finish up with the motzi. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.